I'm not going to let Sonny slither out of this the way he always manages to do. Michael's testimony makes it a lock.
Oh, come on. That is vindictive crap. You want to drag Michael into this? Why? I mean, the kid is already damaged enough by having the dubious honor of having Sonny as a father.
Oh, so here's the firstborn, drowning in divided loyalties. You know, you have no idea which side you're on from 1 minute to the next, detective, do you? You put this case together not knowing that Sonny's your father, but he is, and that fact changes everything.
No, that changes nothing. Okay, this case still is as strong as the one I built, and it has nothing to do with Michael being a witness.
Just admit you're having second thoughts about seeing this through.
All right, you know what? I'm having second thoughts about you. I think what you're doing here, this whole case, you're going about it all wrong.
It may not be pretty, but in the end, I'll do what I was brought in for. To send your daddy to prison. When you were testifying, it felt like you were pulling punches. Your heart's not in this, detective.
Now, come on, you don't know anything about me. I know Sonny's a killer. I've seen what he can do close up.
Like when he shot you in the chest?
No, like when he ordered the murder of one of the best cops I've ever known, Lieutenant Vince Paletti. I was just a kid, but he was a guy I looked up to, and Sonny had him executed. And everything in my life from that day has led to this one, taking down Sonny Corinthos. And the fact that he is now my father has not changed my mind.
Look, detective, I've read all about you. I asked around. I know the kind of work you do, the kind of man you are.
Then why you treat me like the enemy?
Because I can't shake this feeling that you're trying to protect Sonny by keeping Michael off the witness stand.
It's not Sonny that I'm trying to protect. Michael's just a victim of Sonny as Paletti was.
Yeah, well, Michael's also your brother, which clouds your thinking. That's not a criticism, it's a fact.
I've been working on this case for months. Okay, brick by brick, before I knew I had any kind of genetic connection to Sonny. Okay, the day I got shot, I took a warrant to Sonny's house to arrest him. I thought we had a pretty solid case. I still do think we had a pretty solid case, but if you can't make it stick, maybe you're not the right prosecutor for the job. I don't know. Maybe we should bring someone else in here that thinks Michael deserves some compassion.
Maybe your reluctance to keep Michael from the witness stand has nothing to do with compassion. Maybe you don't want Michael to reveal what he knows. Or maybe you can't handle the fact that your father, with intent and malice, a forethought, bludgeoned a woman to death.
My first day on the job, we dragged a body from the river. It was a girl. She's about 15. She lived down the streets, works as a prostitute. No one much cared. I've seen this ugliness before. It doesn't shock me to see what a witness might say or what a suspect might do.
Even when the suspect is your own father?
Yeah, that doesn't really mean anything to me. It doesn't. He doesn't.
Your friend, Detective Domestico, tells me that you were all hung up about giving Sonny one last full day. That you decided it was okay that he goes to this christening before serving a warrant and taking him into custody. Now, seriously, compassion is all well and good, but you're a cop, not a priest.
Yeah, well, that was a mistake I made, and I've owned that, okay?
Do you actually buy that your father accidentally killed Claudia? That he didn't mean to whack her hard enough to crack her skull and kill her?
Sonny's crazy. The guy has a temper. If he doesn't get his way, he's capable of doing pretty brutal things. And in my opinion, Claudia's the one who got Michael shot. And on top of that, she hurt his pride. Sonny doesn't like to be made wrong. When he married Claudia, he realized he made a big mistake. She deceived him for almost a year. He wanted to stop her from breathing. You're damn right Sonny meant to kill her. So that's why you're charging him for murder. So why don't you just put the guy away and use all the evidence that I provided to you?
Because it will be a lot easier with Michael.
No, this isn't supposed to be easy. That's why you get all the glory, okay? So put the bastard away and stop dragging the kid into this.
You lied about how you got shot. That's very hard for me to overlook. Now, I know you have integrity, Dante. I suggest you find it, or you might as well turn in your badge.
From the house.
Oh, you are a generous man, Coleman.
I understand.
I'm really glad you're here.
Me too.
And another brew from Miss Lulu, also one me.
Thank you.
Oh, I know what you're up to here, Coleman. He thinks free beer will make it better when he votes to acquit Sonny.
Come on now, detective. I'm just a law-abiding citizen doing my civic duty in the name of truth, justice, and the American way. Now, of course, hypothetically, you have to wonder how far your civic duty extends when you have a piano wire wrapped around your neck.
Ethan insists that he didn't beat up Christina.
Believe him?
I want to, but there's just family history, a lot of bad, messy family history that makes me think Ethan is capable of doing something as awful as beating up a woman.
Well, I don't want to pry, but if you want to talk to me, I'll listen.
My dad did something once, not to me, just something as violent and as wrong, and Ethan is a lot like my dad, so it just makes me wonder.
My father like son, chip off the old block.
Exactly.
Ethan and your dad and me and my dad. Sonny and I have a lot in common. We got along too well for that not to be true. How deep does that connection go? Is that the question?
You're nothing like Sonny.
The sins of the fathers are visited on the sons. It's not as if it hasn't occurred to me. I mean, was it going to take one left turn, one envelope under the table, one lie on the witness stand, and I cross that line?
No, that's impossible. You share some qualities with Sonny, the good ones that I saw in him once, but there's a difference. His goodness only goes skin deep. Your goodness goes deep into your heart, and I wouldn't love you if it was any other way, and I do love you.
It just really hit me. I'd be lost without you.